feel like the one that's sticking out at the moment is this realization that the whole show is a composite and a collage, which is spoken about in the text. So it's kind of thrilling that we'll link the physical and the text that we hear and the images that we see on stage. So every object that is brought into the space transforms like matter does.
The main thing for me when I'm trying to think about who I am and how I'm going to be telling the story but also embodying it is just the scale of between individual human and collective universal cellular experience, like the universe experiencing itself.
Originally I wrote it to perform it, and it's autobiographical, so actually my life. It's been an amazing gift actually to be on the outside and only be the writer and watch a performer and a director engage and excavate my life in a way that makes meaning to their lives. It's been really amazing.
A big object that comes back throughout the text is TV and media and information, and how that can be a way out to escape and also a form of implosion, like too much information all at once. And so we've got this TV that's going to exist in the space, and that's a really big light source throughout the work.
The concept of black holes and the way that time manifests in black holes is going to be super relevant. That'll be a really good provocation for me, at least, to think about the way that the black hole sort of, consumes humanity or consumes us, and what is left when we are in a black hole sonically.
And what's great is that Dan made like a miniature version of the set. We've been downstairs in the tech room playing with it with lights, holding it at all these different angles, seeing what shadows it'll cast. On the one hand, it is a black hole, but it looks like a whale carcass. All these different things, depending on what angle you come from. It can look really big, it can kind of disappear into the background.
One of the things we've been doing in this development is updating the script, because I did write it 6 years ago or something, and I mean, the world has changed profoundly in these 6 years. We brainstormed some content or themes that we felt we were missing. I went away and wrote some content for that, and then we came back into the room, and earlier this week we kind of wrote down the bits that resonated with us and we put them up on the wall, and there are some that clearly resonate with lots of people, and there's a couple that only resonate with one person. That's an example of a process.
Incredibly heightened. This is a world where what we feel is real, but the world itself is completely not real. It's all artificial.
It's going to include a whole lot of physical explorations in it.
The physical language is as important as the text, and we very much see the text as a score that can allow for the physicality to really have life. And it's definitely still post-dramatic. There's a lot of meta-theatricality in this show. Our performer is always aware that she's in a show. We are talking to you, about you, so the audience is very present and it's very much direct address. And then there's a moment towards the end where it's just Carly as a person and you people watching. A big idea that we're exploring in the room is what it is to be human, and how do we as individuals form a collective to fight the climate crisis, which I actually think is the issue of our times.
I would say it's about my life, because the form of the work is about memory, and I was trying to imagine a way of talking about the future in a way that might feel real enough that we actually believe climate crisis is something we've got to do something about.
If we look at Donna Haraway's Staying with the Trouble, which is one of the kind of quotes at the beginning of the text, it speaks about humans and animals and nature and us all existing on one level and one plane. And I think there's key there. There's a lot there as to how we're going to, fight this crisis. And it's not going to be watching a theatre show, but maybe it'll spark something that will make you want to change.